100.
Oh my God, we made it to 100. We never thought we'd get there. How's it going, guys? Welcome to AVADirect live stream. I'm Shannon.
I'm Joe. Are you having a stroke?
I'm having some sort of dysfunction. I feel like I need a reboot.
Well, if your face starts to droop halfway through, we know to call an ambulance.
Oh wait, hold on. Let's just read it. Hi guys, welcome to the AVADirect live stream. I'm Shannon.
I'm Joe.
And I still feel like that was worse, but that's okay. So hopefully you guys are doing good today. We're heading into a somewhat holiday weekend because middle of the week, and we're going to have 4th of July, so you're going to go have a fun party, light stuff on fire, and then have to be at work the next day.
It's the excuse for this company, or this country, to shoot guns and set off fireworks.
The excuse for this company to shoot guns. Okay, well, there we go.
I mean, the company could shoot guns and set off fireworks, too.
But the company is not a person. I mean, the company doesn't have fingers.
I mean, the company could have fingers. People could be extensions to those fingers.
That's true.
Anyways.
I digress. So all kinds of happy fireworks and fun times. And this is to let you guys know that next week we will not actually be doing a live stream because it would be kind of weird to do it on Tuesday where there wouldn't be a whole lot really accumulated to talk about. And Friday, Captain Awesome over here decided he's not going to be here. So
TLDR, we're not going to have a live stream next week because America.
Because freedom, and some of us are going to take time off to be with our families, while other ones of us are going to sit here and wonder what we're going to do on Friday because we're not going to have a live stream to attend, and I'm going to cry at my desk.
I know my rights.
I know my rights, too. I get to sit at my desk and cry.
Okay. Well, at least bring a comfortable pillow.
I will. So, as far as hopefully everyone's having a good week and ready for your weekend here. Keeping it 100. Okay, Kevin Toff, let's do this. Logan, the big 100.
Hundo P. Hundo P.
By the way, nice Dolly reference there, Kev. But starting with our hardware news, this is actually a kind of cool one. I know you're not super familiar, Joe, but Corsair bought Elgato Gaming. Yay. And I feel like this is actually really cool because Corsair's gotten really active in gaming technology, especially with some of their new keyboards and mice, which have actually been really strong. Yeah. They've been up there and they've been kind of competing really well in the marketplace. Not as much market share, but with the likes of Logitech and, dare I say, the black sheep, the one we hate, Razer, but they've been gaining some market share, and I feel like working with streamers and enhancing their credibility as far as stuff we do. I mean, hell, we use Elgato stuff here. We have an Elgato Stream Deck. That's what Brooke uses to make all those cool transitions really easily, versus going around and pointing and clicking. Even though I can hear the mice and keyboard over there, still it's not exactly doing the transitions.
It's okay. Well, I mean, maybe Corsa will make everything wireless.
Oh, good. That would make things great because I'm sure Chad would. Is Chad on with us?
Yes.
Is on here with us?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sure Chad will love
Chad?
Chad would love to discuss the Bluetooth capabilities of some Corsair products.
It's all Bluetooth.
Although
no 2.4G, nothing. Just Bluetooth.
It's Bluetooth and 2.4G.
No, I'm talking about like if they make the transition to the Elgato hardware being wireless.
Bluetooth 1.0.
Just Bluetooth. Yeah.
No, Wi-Fi direct because that'll do a thing.
Until why die?
Please no. Please no.
Until why did I die? Well, for obvious reasons.
Kevin brought up something cool. Chad put it's fine.
It's okay.
Kevin brought up something cool. His brother, actually, as you know, bought a system from us, and it's arriving today in California.
Well, hopefully, maybe it'll show up while we're doing the live stream, and he can chime in and tell us his initial impressions.
Yeah, it's actually showing up at his work. So he works at a game studio. And
that's torture.
Yeah, well, no, it shows up at his work. He's going to be there with it. Are you kidding me? And he works at a game studio. He tests video games for a living.
No, I'm sure, but like any other employer, they're not just going to let you unbox your new PC and start working on it right away.
We would be, if we work here, we'd be able to unbox our PC if we got a PC here.
Fair point.
See? I'm sure Alex wouldn't be mad at us, except for the fact we'd be gaming on it. Wait, no, that's right. We gamed all day yesterday, so I guess it wouldn't be. Kevin said, I'll let you know. So, with that, I feel like Corsair has some really cool opportunities to increase their offering because, like you saw, that Razer came out with a webcam that's for streaming. But I feel like that with the capture devices and all of the stream control devices Elgato has, it's going to give Corsair a much more prominent or stronger position as far as overall gaming technology and being able to support all of their professional teams and things like that, and also influencers. I think that's a really cool thing, and I'm looking forward to see, like, for instance, how the software might be improved, because I think Brooke can agree, when using Elgato software, it can sometimes be interesting.
That's putting it nicely, I bet.
Yeah. it was real fun hooking a camera to one of their capture devices the very first time we got one. It was good stuff, and their software wasn't exactly super intuitive, that's for sure.
Kind of feel like we missed a cue there of a camera going on Brooke, to where it's like, yeah, I'm sure Brooke would have some nice things to say about it. Meh, and then back to us.
No, because literally, if we turned the camera on her, she just went like this. As soon as I said it, she's all. like literally, I remember when we hooked it up, and she's like, wow, this is great. That thing was awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Well, good job, Corsair. You made a fantastic acquisition.
I think it was a smart acquisition. I'm looking forward to what they're going to be able to do with this. I think this is a potentially really strong move for them, and I'll be interested to see what direction they take it. Intel news, or at least some Intel news. There is a rumor for the 9900K, which follows right along with what we talked about last week with the 8-core mainstream Xeon that showed up, and we had speculated whether there would be a follow-on to that as consumer. And there's a lot of speculation going on that now mainstream will have an i9 chip because, not like the whole Kaby Lake X and mainstream stuff wasn't confusing enough to begin with.
And this is obviously in response to Ryzen 2.
Well, this is the thing. Second gen Ryzen, you now have a power player that's 8 cores, and the original one was already 8 cores, but now it's 8 cores again, and it's more efficient. So now I feel like this might even be what we saw in the leaked Threadripper image, where it showed that really good score for an 8-core Intel chip. I don't know if that was a Xeon or maybe it was this supposed chip that might be coming out.
But I have an 8-core.
But 8 cores.
I have an 8-core.
Yeah, you do. But do you also have 2 monitors, right?
It's stable.
Is it?
I have an 8-core. It's stable.
Did you prove it's stable because of Photoshop?
Stock cooling.
Stock cooling. Overclocked. Cool. Now this is a kind of an interesting thing because this could potentially come out with the rumored or somewhat touted and talked about upcoming Z390 chipset, which there's not a lot of information out. And just recently, there was actually an article posted. I didn't even have time to put notes on it, but
wasn't it delayed?
Well, I think it's been delayed multiple times at this point. I think a lot of things. Then again, 10 nanometer has been a problem as well. So.
Intel delay? No.
Well, now mind you, I almost said NVIDIA. AMD is also pushing 7 nanometer, where Intel still cannot finish their fab on 10 nanometer, or at least have a good enough yield to actually produce a product.
Top stuff.
So AMD is going to start really gaining some ground here, and that's a plus. But there is one thing that I really feel begs the question. Now, obviously Ryzen, it has 8 cores, so I feel like nothing for mainstream really utilizes 8 cores at this point. That's what?
Kevin,
bullets in the mist.
Bullets in the mist.
Wait
Intel bullets.
No, that's like an old. That's an old quote from when we were playing the game yesterday.
No, well, but it's new though, isn't it?
No, it's not in there now.
Oh well, it still felt appropriately placed.
It did feel appropriate. It did feel somewhat appropriate.
Yes.
But the thing is, with this is something I really want to talk about because it's kind of important and it's been brought up actually by DeBrouwer, one of the guys who makes the deleting tools, and it's something I strongly agree with. Right now, we're having this massive core race, and for a vast majority of users, just ramping up the number of cores. While even the Threadripper is amazing, how many people can realistically utilize all those?
Not many at all.
I feel
unless
like
you're a professional, obviously.
And when you're talking mainstream, you're now pushing an 8-core proc, which most systems aren't really going to utilize real well. Unless, obviously streaming will offset some of that and whatnot. But I feel like the thing with gaming right now, it's utilizing far more GPU resources. And yet, so the market's going in the wrong direction because companies like NVIDIA, they're actively cutting down the amount of SLI you can do. The scaling's not there. It's getting worse and worse for scaling, if it even is supported. And we still have no increase on PCIe lanes on a mainstream chipset. So you're talking 16 lanes, or by 8 for 2 cards. So I feel like we really need, if we want to push the performance of games, it's not about pushing processors to more cores. It's pushing more frequency, like we saw in the limited edition processor, where you're getting 5 gigahertz turbo, or obviously they're so fast, transistors can open and close, so there's so much you can do with gate technology, but I feel like just dumping on more cores is not really going to help.
That's something I brought up in one of the previous live streams, is the fact that we haven't even saturated a lot of the bandwidth capabilities for the interfaces we have now. We just keep expanding the bandwidth while trying to improve the technology, and it's the same amount of utilization. It's just a wider lane. It's like taking a 5-lane highway that's only utilized with 3 cars, and then you expand that to an 8-lane highway, but it's still only occupied by 4. Well, it's like, well, we got more cars, more bandwidth too. Just saturate everything and then move forward. But and now it's all become marketing blurb now. It's not a matter of utilizing things appropriately and efficiently. It's PCI Express 4.0 now. Get your 4.0 while it's hot.
But even then, you're still going to have 16 damn lanes on these things. I mean, they're not I am talking about scaling properly. The problem is, instead of scaling to more cores, I think we need to look at sockets. We need to look at like the 1150, 1155, 1156. They've all been very similar sockets. We need to, I think they kind of had the right idea. If Intel had taken Kaby Lake X, let's say eliminated mainstream completely, made one type of board, X299, and you had lower end ones that had less features and whatnot, but give them all, like Threadripper actually did a perfect job at this. They had an 1900X, which was an 1800X GPU, but all 64 lanes, just like a full 1950X.
Right.
So you could have the 8-core chip like you wanted on the mainstream platform, but you had all the PCIe lanes you could imagine to do NVMe RAID across multiple drives, multiple GPU setup, whatever. But with a mainstream Intel platform, you're getting 16 to 24 lanes approximately cut across how many devices, and next thing you know, if you've got 2 cards, you're going to be like 8x and 4x.
Now, are you certain that that's something that they're doing because of engineering limitations, or do you think it's perhaps because they are trying to give themselves a selling point to the next tier processor?
No, that's what they're doing. That's absolutely the point. Is
congratulations.
Whereas AMD took and said, here's our 8-core part that we're going to just have like 1 die or maybe 2 dies with half of it activated for 8 total cores, like an 1800X,
right.
And we're going to put all of these PCIe lanes available.
Well, see, and that's the thing. I think this is a slow and steady race, and I think AMD is going to win it because it seems like they're kind of the type of individuals that want to improve technology for the sake of everybody taking advantage of it, and to Intel, it feels like that you can take advantage of the new technology if you have the money.
Basically, AMD is taking if you want our platform, we're going to give you the best capability, you select a product that fits you.
Regardless.
Whereas Intel says, hey, you can go as fast as your wallet will go.
Essentially, it's like
that hurts me, or it hurts everyone actually.
Yeah, it's like AMD's the company that wants to plant more trees to create more oxygen, and Intel's like, we'll give you 2 trees for X amount, and 4 trees for X amount, and 6 trees for X amount.
But in reality, we could actually eliminate platform segmentation and stuff like that by having something like a cheaper HDT board that has, by high-end desktop is HDT. I want to see like the Kaby Lake X chips, everything activated, get rid of them, but have more PCIe lanes, just less cores.
Right.
And then scale it accordingly, have one platform. I think AMD, who knows, maybe they'll eventually go that way, but right now they do still have the mainstream part, which has X amount of lanes, and I feel like that's our biggest problem is, as games now, games are not utilizing more cores, they're utilizing more and more and more and more and more on the graphics.
Speed and frequency.
And graphics performance. In graphics performance, we haven't seen a refresh until obviously 7nm Vega, otherwise it's been a couple years.
And when will we see a refresh? We'll get to that.
That's actually the next topic. So basically the internet was set ablaze with possible new GeForce Turing-based graphics card leak.
That's legit, I'd buy that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
More cooling. Look, direct
Yay,
cooling.
fire.
It's direct cooling.
Since that doesn't even have a BGA device on it. It's just like solder points on a PCB.
It's bare bones.
But this is from our friends at Hot Hardware. I actually talked to them a little bit last night, and they had a really good look at this. And NVIDIA, about I want to say a week or so back, they basically posted a happy birthday to Alan Turing, which is obviously
an Easter egg
code, possible Easter egg. We're all kind of speculating at this point. Towards the next GPU iteration, but that PCB showed up on Reddit, which
has stuff.
Because that's the best place to get your tech information sometimes.
It legit is though.
Excuse me, sorry. I just probably deafened half the audience. That's okay. My bad. I'm much better, by the way. Not like last week where I sound like my voice box is going to fall out. So this thing was showing a PCB, and Joe's sharing our live stream.
Sure am.
So that thing has Micron GDDR6, which we've been talking about it ramping up for weeks and weeks, possibly a month now. And it shows a extremely prototype board, as you saw. So I would not expect anything to be even remotely looking like that. That is what's like. That's similar to like a CRB board, which a CRB board, for those of you who don't know, is a very, very, very early development sample. So it literally has like every type of connector possible for that platform out there. And that is one of those things where you have to look at it and go, okay, this could potentially have that, potentially have that. It has 3 PCIe 8-pin connectors.
That's not excessive at all.
Not excessive at all. It also has multiple, they have at least one NVLink connector across the top of the board. They have what looks like one of the Quadro sync cable cards. So You could literally test everything on that, and I'm sure it's probably so they could just drop on a GPU, clamp it in, test a specific function, and drop each one and be able to test and see power draw without any limitations. So they pretty much put everything on it to test functionality.
Which, I mean, that makes sense for engineering. Just now, once your picture gets on Reddit.
That's, yeah, once someone leaks that on Reddit, it's really hard to get it to go away. But actually, the post was deleted eventually. So that says something.
Not quick enough if hardware got to it.
Dude, once it's on the internet, it lives forever. No matter if they delete it or not, someone's going to have it. Someone's going to download that as soon as it shows up. So this is one of those things where it looked like it had JTAG connectors and all that good stuff. So I would not consider that even a rough hint of what would actually come to market. That is definitely an early development. The real interesting part is the fans on each side, which would signify a similar power delivery to something like a HBM setup, because HBM, if you look on the cards, they always have a VRM on each side normally.
Right.
To feed both sides, you have like your vGPU, things like that, along with your HBM power. But that had Micron GDDR6 on it, so I'm not really 100% sure what was going on with that because we didn't get a look under the hood, so to speak.
No, but I'm sure with this leak, they're probably going to go public with a lot more details much sooner than they anticipated.
I think they would have to, because at this point the cat's out of the bag.
But yeah, and you want to make sure that you clarify what the anticipation is, because as of right now we can only speculate, and the longer you leave people to speculate, they'll get their hopes up in one direction or another, and you're going to literally set yourself up to dissatisfy people. So get on it.
That is what happened with original Vega. Was they let the hype train get out of control.
Yep.
They didn't manage it by just simply releasing a little bit of information. I understand a lot of it's confidential, whatnot, but I think eventually once you start putting information out there, you gotta I don't want to say leak, but you gotta let a little bit come out. You gotta go out and talk about it. And the fact that they canceled their hot chips talk is a real big problem,
right?
Because they could have possibly stifled a lot of the unrealistic expectations of a new GPU by simply taking and engaging that talk and saying, this is going to be for a while, but here's what we're expecting.
I kind of feel like that AMD always has something working against them when it comes to releasing a new GPU, because with every single release, we're waiting for that one card that's going to show up NVIDIA in a way that makes sense, whether it's the actual value out of it, the price to performance, or just the raw performance in itself. I can't even remember the last AMD GPU that did that. I think it was maybe like the 7970 series. Like the
like 7900 XT and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, like the 7950 and the 7970.
Oh, 7970. Okay, I was like, holy crap, that's a long time.
Yeah, those were the cards that I think that actually still held a candle in terms of the price to performance, because the price differences were great enough to justify the performance differences. It was just more value to people at the end of the day. And that they haven't really been doing that a whole lot. Like even now, you look at a 580X, and it still doesn't make sense for its price point. You look at a Vega 64, it still doesn't make sense for its price point. So they need to get back into that position.
But a Titan XP does?
No.
It's better. I mean, me and Chad actually compared. I hate to bring this up, but Titan XP versus 1080 Ti, like PUBG, I know it's horribly optimized, but it is like apples to apples comparison.
No, I know, but then you got to look at what the GTX 1080 card performance is compared to the Vega 64, and the Vega 64, it just gets dumped on by the GTX 1080 in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the point. If the Vega 64 was even probably, I'd say anywhere between the range of $80 to $130 cheaper compared to the GTX 1080, then it would make sense, because then you're saving the $100 and you're getting what you're paying for. Right now, you're not.
Yeah,
you're not.
I agree, and I think you have a point. You have like a tipping point, which hit 1060, 1070. I think you start to get much more marginal gains or negligible returns as you start to spend more and more on those cards. I think you're really pushing, unless you're like pushing an insane resolution or span displays. I really feel like you're kind of paying for just the bragging rights at some point.
Pretty much.
By the way,
I have a Vega.
Allah says hi. Allah Omar. So
Y'all.
What's up, dude? Kevin, we will try to get to that. He actually posted the War Thunder, which it's a game me and him love to play. I haven't played with him in a while, but
nice.
He posted a video to it, and maybe we'll see if Brooke can pull that up when we start talking about gaming stuff. People still buy it so the price won't go down. I know, Chad. Chad said people still buy it so the price won't go down, and he's not wrong. I mean, we have Titans. That says something, because we're perpetuating
on it, though.
We're perpetuating the cycle. So
I got really lucky, though. I got it because somebody said the warranty was void on it, and I cleaned it up, and I still got it replaced under warranty.
I actually had that happen on a motherboard once. I bought it, and the guy was like, doesn't function, used for parts. And I'm like, I could take the capacitors off, so they're good capacitors. I test the board, and it turns out he like screwed up and pulled the BIOS chip halfway out. Plugged it in. It's like, oh, that works. Cool. I'm going with this.
Stuff.
Oh, boy.
Don't do it.
I feel like things
Don't say
like things are happening.
No. Don't point out what's going on behind the curtain. It's not right.
we don't
do this. AKA, Joe's sharing our live stream right now.
I love it. We have our own internal Discord where we pitch information back and forth, and I'm watching us try to access a file that's being...
Hey, John's on and says, greetings from PDX LAN. Hello, John.
What's up, 32B? Second, by the way, back-to-back LANs in Portland right now. Mm-hmm. So last weekend, they did 32A.
Yeah.
And then, like, literally people stayed over in, like, 32B. It's just two LANs.
By stayed over, do you mean, like, packed a sleeping bag and just passed out under their desk?
I think they had the hotel is, like, directly connected to the convention center. And so, like, you walk like 100 feet and you're in the building, and we've got to go sometime. We will sponsor it.
Oh,
we'll go and check it out.
I want us to go.
Dude, I will tell you.
We'll definitely go when it makes sense, but we want to be present. It's not like we're just
I think
we'll have
entirely. I think we'll have to take some really cool killer machines to show them what we do here. I think that'll be really awesome.
No, we got it. We got it.
Let's see. Which link was that she was trying to click?
Don't know.
Oh, okay. So the next piece. So, by the way, PDX Land, we love you guys. We will try to make it down there as soon as possible.
Shannon's favorite color.
Yeah, it turns out someone left pink paper in the printer when I printed our live stream notes. Joe, that live stream's infinitely better with that placed right there.
I know.
There we go. We're just going to leave it there.
Shake the paper with every conversation.
Can I get to my bottom? Oh, yeah, I need my bottom note there since I didn't split it between pages.
AMD Threadripper 2990X shows up for pre-order.
Look at that. Joe read one of the titles.
Normally
I do that.
Where's the confetti?
Whee!
Or that gif where he just throws the confetti up and he's got the sarcastic face.
I'm gonna give Brooke this real quick because I feel like she needs to see this video so that she can. No! I just like copy and pasted something I wasn't supposed to.
Good job.
That's cool stuff.
You can't even be a glorified copy paster.
I cannot be a glorified copy paster, and now I can't find Discord because apparently that's broken.
You are officially a potato.
I have been known to be called that on occasion. Okay, so try this, Brooke. Try this one. Yay, there we go.
I see a nice soccer ball.
So basically, War Thunder is a fun game. We'll be getting to that during our gaming talk. Maybe Brooke could take a look at that, see if it's something she could even show later.
For some reason, it feels like it's going to be about tanks.
Oh, absolutely. It's a tank / airplane game / eventually going to be also ships like ocean, like I can't think of the word, like naval warfare. Thank you. My brain works.
Nasal warfare.
Nasal warfare.
Got it.
So we better reread this title. AMD Threadripper. Go ahead, read it again, because I'm sure James Pryor is going to be mad if we don't continue with this story.
AMD Threadripper 2990X shows up for pre-order.
So, German e-tailer Cyberport decided to put the 2990X up, which we don't know if it's actually real, but they put it up for pre-order, which means most likely it is. And it was priced at 1,509 euros, which when I converted it, was $1,745 plus change and whatnot.
Wow, is that actually what it's going to be?
If it is, I don't have any information. Luckily, I can talk about this. We can speculate all we want because I have not been shared that information. Otherwise, I'll be bound by NDA.
NDAs, ladies and
not to talk about that.
But still, like that is just going to be an additional wrench to which AMD is thrown into Intel's gears, which were already screwed up to begin with.
So let's find out how that 28 core is doing.
Talk about beating a dead horse. They didn't even check its teeth.
Damn it.
Didn't even care.
Let's see. I actually thought about wearing one of my PDX shirts too. Largo Sensei, one of the staff for the LAN from Twitch says, Vector, who's the guy who runs and owns the LAN, Matt, wants to let you know you're wearing the wrong shirt for the LAN.
Well, what is your shirt? Show us your shirt, Shannon, if you would.
It's Ring Around the Iron Throne.
Game of Thrones.
I'm one of the ones that stayed over. Staff LAN. That is awesome. I would love to be there because those guys literally, like some of them, the staffers, will like stay the night in the LAN and sit there and play at night and just like order pizza. It's
really
I would.
Legit. I could pull an all-nighter if the focus was just nothing but gaming.
He could tell you because I actually stayed before because I was one of the sponsors that would stay and play with people. So I would play until literally I had to leave.
I mean, I do the same thing.
And they shut down at like 4 a.m. and you don't get to come back till like 9 because they want to make sure people don't stay there and stink the whole time.
If I had the ability and the freedom to do so, I would do that. I mean, I used to do it all the time when I was younger. So.
Okay, so awesome. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. We will. Let's.
Oh, counting your chickens before they hatch, are you?
That'll be in front of us. That's okay. We can do that once we're ready. We'll just throw it on. So basically, Kev, we will, as long as you're not bound by MDMA. No. Well, that's a different type of bound there, Kev.
Bound
just
by
saying.
no MDMA.
No MDMA as of right at this moment. Whatever happens during our recreational activities is up to those people, and we should not discuss those on a live stream.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. But with that being said, we love you guys at PDX Land. Hopefully we can come see you, maybe even Novemberland, depending on how things go. We'll see how everything works out.
Novemberland.
Just so you know, Joe, PDX Land actually just recently updated. They announced they are moving to a much larger facility, which means instead of 550, they're doing something like 750 plus.
Wow.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, John. I'm sure that'll work well. He wants us to come and bring Joe and Chad. And
Joe and Chad.
Joe and Chad. I know we have a lot of Joes here, but holy crap, dude.
Chad.
How many Joes do you expect me to bring? I've got a budget. I'm not even sure what that budget is right now.
Dude, one Joe's pretty expensive, so.
This Joe is pretty expensive. I've traveled with him before.
What? We ate at Burger King the last time we went somewhere. And then where else we went? We went to Wahlburgers. Like, you and I ate like crap the entirety of PAX when we went, just so on the last day we saved up all our money to actually go to a nice place.
That's true. We actually kind of built up to that. It was like the end of the show. It was like the end of PAX celebration. We're like, let's go to a really awesome place. But Wahlburgers was legit, though.
Oh, it was legit.
Bring great. All the Joes. No AVA, MDMA. Geez. Trying to steal the kitchen utensils without getting... nope, I just don't even know what to say. A whisk I'm willing to take. Okay, I'm going to have to check that link later. I don't know if it's safe for this live stream, so we'll just go past that. So, wow, let's steer...
We're not going to whisk anything on this live stream.
We can steer trains right now, so we're going to steer this train right back onto the tracks. And choo-choo, when you take that 1,509 euros, which is approximately 1,750, let's say, $1,750 US. Compared to the current high-end desktop top end, I just saw you on the live stream on my laptop doing the dude, compared to the top end 7980 XE at this time is $2,000. So we're talking almost twice. Wait,
that's still good though.
No, it's 1836. So yeah, it's almost twice the cores and twice the threads.
All the cores.
And if you remember the leaked...
None of the profits.
If the leaked Cinebench results were actually correct, this thing is going to be insane for like creators and people who do like content generation and do like exactly what Brooke's doing, like where she renders out videos and I'm hitting the desk with loud things.
Hint, AMD. Hint.
AMD, I feel like you guys are doing a damn good job, and they're putting a lot of pressure on the top end, which... with this release is going to be a big flex on the market. I think it's going to cause Intel to either adjust their pricing or they're going to risk stagnation. They're going to risk people just literally going, what's the point now? Especially as they move to like 7 nanometer and things like that.
Or adjust the pricing or just improve performance efficiency. Do that.
Ghost 1818. I'm guessing the 5 is S. I'm just going to assume that by elite speak. And what's up, dude?
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Bruh. Bruh.
Kevin Brooke, you go, girl.
Yeah, right.
$2,000. Tooth. Kevin said all your
Joe
belong
to us.
So you belong to Kevin. Good job.
All your Joe.
You better let him know. You better let him know your rates. By the way, Joe's rates are not that bad. Just saying, Kev.
No, they change depending on the time of day in the week. So if you get me on a Friday, it's going to be more expensive. If it's on Tuesday in the morning.
Sunday evening is usually pretty rough, but the price does drop significantly.
I can be lenient.
Leaning in?
Huh? What?
I feel like it's going the wrong direction again.
No, dude, not at all.
Definitely.
We need to get on top of this subject.
Yeah, let's talk on top of this, you mean?
Yeah,
just making sure.
On top of this.
Okay. Well, I mean, I want to make sure you don't talk about Kevin because Kevin might get excited and we don't need that.
No.
So, now we're going to NVIDIA.
NVIDIA?
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA time?
There's this one. I mean, just to prove we're not like some anti-NVIDIA, like, you know.
You too, Logan. Have a nice day.
Logan. Hi, Logan. Get ready for work. Wow. Okay, he's definitely in a different time zone because we're at work. This is work for us, apparently. So I'm sure some of you have seen, those of you who pay attention to like the tech tubes and stuff like that, Intel does need to drop its, Ghost just said Intel does need to drop their pricing, and I can guarantee you, damn well guarantee that everyone agrees with you. Believe me.
You are not wrong, sir.
Yeah. Just to prove we're not like totally anti-NVIDIA, since we've had a lot of inflammatory NVIDIA articles.
A lot of them were emotionally fueled, and I'm sorry.
No,
to
it's
the viewers, not to NVIDIA.
I think it's the reality of the situation. I mean, we're gonna say it exactly how it comes out. So, NVIDIA NDA hubbub coming around, and so there was a lot of noise around because NVIDIA revised their reviewer NDA.
What hubbub?
Hubbub. And the German tech publication HEIS.de was making a really big deal about the wording update. One of them was, the receiver uses confidential information exclusively in favor of NVIDIA. Which, when you listen to that, if you're not familiar with the NDAs, it sounve like they're saying like...
You can say all the good stuff, but don't say anything that might be negative, even if it's truthful.
And that's what they thought. But once you go through it, like if you've handled enough NDAs, like we handle them all the time, basically what they're saying is you can't use it for the benefit of a competitor. So in other words, you can't take that confidential information, share it out to benefit a competitor because they would now know it. You can only use it for the benefit of helping promote NVIDIA hardware, so to speak, which is a pretty safe thing.
We're surprised.
When you look at it from a legal standpoint, and actually Stephen Burke had a good call with a lawyer who works on these kind of things, and he said the same thing. And another one was the wording, notwithstanding the expiration of this agreement, the recipient's obligations with respect to any confidential information will expire 5 years after the date of the disclosure of the recipient. And they took that to mean that anything NVIDIA decides to deem as confidential can be held under NDA forever. And that's very common language, really, but it's something that's creating a lot of noise, but in reality it just means that anything that they share that was not disclosed by them or allowed to be disclosed, once the contract expires, will live on for 5 more years before you can actually fully discuss it. And that's to give them safety in case they share something about upcoming technology. It's not something that you will disclose, which could potentially give a competitive edge to someone who shouldn't have it.
I understand and I don't.
I've done enough NDAs over the years that I've seen some of this wording where I used to think the same thing, like, holy crap, what does this mean? But once you talk to people about it legally, it really is kind of boilerplate. Boilerplate is really simple. It's just something that's very common.
It is very common. You're not wrong.
I feel like I have to say this every week. This is my life, folks. This is my life.
It is. I mean, it's not a bad life. It could be worse.
Tyler,
how long do builds take from start to shipped? Well, that depends.
Start to shipped on YouTube.
But, I mean, that's...
Wow, that's a really loaded question.
It's not loaded. I mean, it could be simple. It could be complex. We'll go with simple. It's usually about 2 to 3 weeks on average. We do offer rush processing options. If they're really simple builds, they can be much sooner. So being as that we don't build the same thing over and over and over like some people we know, it's really going to depend, and the salesman or customer service representative in which you speak with can give you an indication with the product in front of them.
Who typed? Ghost says, so is this Brooke or Shannon typing back to me? It is. Is that Shannon? Yeah. It's the other Shannon, not me, Shannon.
No, it's just Shannon.
No, there's 2 of us.
It's just Shannon.
There's 2 of us. The one laughing across that way is the one typing back to you.
It's just Shannon.
I actually forgot. I wasn't sure if it was Brooke. I'm like, holy crap, who's talking now?
Yes, it's just Shannon.
My name is Job.
My name is Shannon.
Why do you do this?
Shannon Rube.
Shannon Rube?
Shannon Rube.
Okay, let's talk about your favorite company, Joe. Oh, by the way, NVIDIA, if you read some stuff...
Habaro?
If you guys read about this NDA stuff, just understand it's no big deal. It's someone who's basically trying to pull out the pitchforks, because recently anything that they find questionable, especially when it gets to Reddit and all that stuff, just ends up pulling out the community pitchforks and everyone freaks out until someone finally explains the truth. So hopefully we can avoid that, because this is getting silly at some point. It's like you have to be careful saying X or Y because you're just going to get like your head chopped off.
Yeah, at least it's not GPP.
That was a whole nother problem, and that deserved all the flame war they got.
No, and I kind of feel like that I only have a limited amount of mentions of GPP. Otherwise, somebody's going to show up at my doorstep and light my house on fire.
Well, you know what? They could blame it on fireworks because July 4th is coming.
Well, I do have great home insurance.
So, guys, when you don't see a live stream next week, it's not that Joe possibly died in a fire or his house had burned down.
No, it's that they got to me.
He's on vacation. However,
don't believe him.
If I'm here with
this is conspiracy.
If I'm here with the liquid nitrogen tank 2 weeks from now, the Friday after next, then they probably got to Joe and he's in a room that no one will ever find.
Perfect. As long as I have
in the
food,
NVIDIA building.
As long as I have num-nums and appropriate lodging, I'm okay with this.
I'm sure they'd give you a graphics card so you can at least play games in PUBG.
Just the graphics card? Just plug a monitor into it and then try and shove a USB somewhere into it and just...
No, you got to plug it in your mouth and just go. It's an NVIDIA plug-in.
Plug in, play?
Sure. Does that make you worried?
No.
What are you feeling right now, Joe?
I don't know.
Did you want to just lay down and tell me exactly how you feel?
Can we talk about it?
Yeah, I feel like we need one of those psychologist couches so Joe could just open up. I feel like, oh boy.
No, but seriously.
So let's jump to one of your favorite wonderful manufacturers, Razer. So Razer releases Huntsman Elite keyboard.
Huntsman?
Huntsman.
Where did they come up with these names? Huntsman?
Because they name them after like spiders and stuff because apparently that's a good thing to do.
They should just change their name to Brown Recluse so they could just die.
No, then they'd kill you. God, the camera makes me look like there's something weird on my mouth. Ah. I hate that.
All it takes is a camera for that, huh? Help. Somebody rescue me. Somebody. Somebody, please. Somebody give Shannon a camera, quick. We can get him to do crazy things. Shannon gone wild. ShanWow.
ShanWow. Yeah, how could this go wrong? So they released a Huntsman. So I hate you. Huntsman Elite Keyboard.
Dumb.
Well, actually, they use optomechanical switches.
Oh, I get it. Opto.
Which is
Which
is optical switches like what Bloody's been offering for a while now, with a mechanical rider, so it has a mechanical feel, but with optical breakpoint, which means you can reduce the amount of travel before it fires. The thing is, Bloody's had that for a while. They saw it was popular, so they're like, yeah, we're going to jump on that train, just like when everyone had Kale switches. Razer went to Kale and said, we want you to make your switch, but 1/10 of a millimeter actuation point difference because it's designed for gamers.
How'd that modular PC go, guys?
Hold on. How big is 1/10 of a millimeter, Joe? It's not really. Do you feel like a difference in keystroke of 1/10 of a millimeter would make a difference for your gameplay?
No, not at all. Because
would you even notice?
Like I use a Logitech keyboard that we were using yesterday, and then I have the Logitech keyboard, this Orion Spectrum I have at home. We have a couple of other keyboards that we're testing in house of some manufacturers across these, and they all feel just about the same to me. I do not have that level of wide tolerance to determine whether this keyboard has a better millisecond response time than the next. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just silly. But basically they took it and had, I'm sure they probably worked with the same manufacturer that make Bloody's key switches, because they're kind of known for doing this, just like they did with Kale. And I'm pretty sure they probably took the same company and said, we want to do this, just like they did with their original ones. So imagine you're going to have a Bloody keyboard made by Razer that probably costs 10 times as much. So,
oh, wow.
Yay.
Surprising. Razer bloat anything on their product line? No. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have a $150 headset right now that I would most pay $60 for. Because anytime something with a decent low bass frequency comes through, it just sounds like a bunch of crackers are being shoved into my ears. So thanks, Razer. Version 2, version worse. I'm talking specifically about the Tiamat 7.1 that is absolutely nothing but a marketing ploy, because the Logitech headset that I used yesterday, and I don't know the specific model off the top of my head, but that had just as good audio clarity.
Where's the box for that one?
Yeah, just as good audio clarity and pinpoint sound from a 3D standpoint as the Razer Tiamat 7.1 V2 did. And in fact, the low-end bass on it was fantastic.
Can you grab all of them? Grab all 4 boxes.
We're going to do a Logitech plug because they actually deserve it.
Yeah, they actually
helped. We'll do that.
We were building out our gaming system. We were building out all of our gaming setups, and our friends at Logitech were like, here, you know what? Here's awesome hardware we want you to use. So we want to show it off if possible.
You don't need a flashlight. No. No, just wing it. Workman's comp, you're good.
Yeah, we're just hearing a crash, and we're like, well, our stream's over.
boom, pop.
That was just a hip. It's okay.
And boom goes the brook.
Let's see. So it's XD Num Nums. Num Nums.
It's not XD. It's the X face.
Yeah.
XD Num Nums.
Sour or sweet?
Colon dot semicircle.
Leave me alone. I'm an old man. Leave me alone. Get off my lawn.
We're gonna have a live stream that's just Shannon reading emoticons for the actual symbols that they are.
Leave me alone.
That's all it is. Okay, so we have here.
This is the stuff you were using yesterday. Yeah.
G703 mouse.
That thing is actually really cool. It's similar. It's not exact shape, but it's a similar simple styling.
G533 wireless. This is what I was using, and it was fantastic compared to the Razer TiUMAD 7.1 V2 at a fraction of the price.
It's touching tips.
They're great mates.
That's how you make new products.
Then we have the Logitech PowerPlay. This thing surprisingly had a fantastic feel for not being like a fuzzy mouse pad, because that's all I've ever really used. I've not used the hard ones.
I want to show you something.
No, don't.
What you were saying that? What did you say? You haven't used what? By the way, there's a second one. So there's actually two mouse surfaces. You had the original
mouse surfaces.
Mouse surfaces. Oh, by the way,
G513 carbon.
Sorry, friends at Logitech, we did not have time to install this part, but this actually goes in your mouse you're using.
So it wirelessly charges.
Wirelessly charges.
Although I will say one thing, and I have to say this from a gaming standpoint, I was really disheartened to see that with that wireless mouse, you either can add weight to it or make it wireless. Well, wirelessly charge. The
wirelessly thing does add weight. It's a bit heavy.
Not compared to the weight.
No, not compared to the big chunk of weight. Yeah.
513 carbon multi-pass.
And those were the quieter switches. I chose that because when we were playing, I didn't want you to clack, 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 clack as Joe was playing with it.
I was fine with the clack, clack, clack.
Wait, hold on. Clack, clack, clack. Oh,
clackety clack.
Hold on. Look at us peeking out the audio. We're like clack, 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 clack,
clackety clack. Clackety clack. Clackety clack. Razer, don't come back.
Confirmed. Shannon is a robot. Wonderful.
Don't be mad at us.
How much did clothes cost in the Matrix, Joe? There we go.
This is so funny I forgot to laugh.
Joe, I'm building a wall.
Here you go, Trump. All done for you.
There we go.
Let me up. No.
We built this.
Game.
Hey.
I must game.
We built this so that the inferior gaming hardware could not enter our realm.
It's a beautiful
AKA Razer. Razer, you stay out.
Neighborhood, won't you be my gamer? See you later. It's mine now. Oh, happy birthday to me.
Yay. So now we know what to get Joe for his birthday. Just empty boxes. Okay, we're going to have to clip this, I feel, because this is going to be an amazing intro for the next live stream. And then I'm going to send it to Logitech and be like, this happened. Hey, Curtis and Patty. Yeah, we're doing things to your products, and you're not going to want these boxes back ever.
I'm cuddling with your headset and your mouse and your keyboard, pad and your keyboard, and it's just fantastic.
Joe actually just had the box between his lips. Just saying. His lips were around the box, and that's something.
It was begging for it, to be fair.
And cut.
Yep. And cuddling with a Razer product would be like cuddling with tumbleweeds. There, you're happy? You got my stuttering moment.
Cuddling with a cactus?
Just give me hugs. No, Razer. No.
Razer's like, love me. And you're like, no.
No.
We don't want to love you because your product's garbage. Get out of here. Okay, so now we're going to move on to gaming. I feel like the first thing we should bring up, since we kind of segued that into there with Brooke helping us, we're going to...
Thank you, Brooke.
Brooke, are you going to roll audio on this, or are we going to talk behind it?
Let's
roll audio. So we're gonna disappear for a second while we show this little gameplay, because this is actually a pretty fun game or at least I play. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure exactly how to feel about what Joe's. Dude, what are you doing?
Killing time.
You look like that video when they take an owl and move it around and its head goes boop 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 like it's a gimbal. That's what it looks like.
I thought you were gonna say like the paperclip from Word. That's like. Do you need help?
Ghost clipped it. He goes, clip made. He clipped it for us. That's great.
Oh, boy.
I can't wait to see what he clips, too. I'm sure that's going to be awesome.
And it's always, everybody who's ever made a clip of this live stream, they always clip and stop my face when it's at like a really inopportune moment. Like,
every time I've paused our live stream, when I rewatch it about something to try to catch something we said, it's always Joe going like, or.
That's what I'm saying. Or I just look like Steven Seagal.
You remind me.
Robert De Niro.
I was going to say, you kind of remind me of Robert De Niro, like right there. You talking to me?
You talk me?
You talk me? I feel like you missed a line there.
You talking to me? You talk me? It's part of the line.
Let's do Meet the Fuckers.
Don't be a douche.
Let's do Meet the Fuckers. Oh, you got no lines for that one?
They're just not appropriate.
That's true. Most of that movie's not really appropriate.
I got nipples, Shannon. Did you milk me? Huh?
I don't know where to go from here.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, we could try, but I feel like it'd be an off-screen moment. I guess we could record it and upload it for those who want to see.
Yes, and I still want a job tomorrow.
Yeah, well, no, you're not working tomorrow. What does tomorrow have to do anything?
I'm always on the job.
Tomorrow,
ABC.
What was that? Tomorrow is only a day away, or what was that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're stalling right now, folks. Oh, whoa! Is it already going? So now you can't hear us? Or are you saying sweet? I feel like this is going to be awesome. Whoa! Oh. Whoa!
What'd you do?
It just died.
We broke a thing?
We broke it.
You broke it, it hit my nose.
I feel like it's probably still rolling, too.
No, it's not.
That was it.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
That was all you sent her?
No.
Epic fail.
Joe, look. This is legit, like, much longer than that.
You Rob jobbed it.
Apparently, like, oh, maybe it is just 10 seconds. Well, holy crap. There you go. So it kind of looks like they're taking tanks into like a
Here's a 10-second clip. B-roll for 2 minutes. Can you just repeat it like 10 times over so it is technically a minute and 50 seconds?
This is horrible. I don't understand how that just happened. Woo! We're professionals, folks. Just saying. We know what we're doing here. So this looks obviously just like Rocket League, but it's tanks.
With tanks.
And if you can shoot other tanks while doing this, I am totally on board.
What was the name of that old school tank game back in the day, way when DOS games were prevalent?
Battlezone?
Yeah, you'd have one tank on one end and one tank on the other, and you would just arch your tanks.
Kind of like Worms and all that.
Yeah, it was one of the very first games to ever do it.
I was thinking Battlezone, like old school Atari style, where you went around with the green wireframe. Now you're going to Google it? We're going to have to.
Battlezone. Battlezone.
Yes, War Thunder is going to be...
Yeah, this was...
Chris Toft, got it today. Thanks, guys. Another 8 hours of setup, and I get to run it tonight. But now Chris, he plays PUBG, like, emphatically. So maybe we can get him in with us to have some good, happy fun times.
Absolutely. Happy, friendly, fun times.
And Chris,
except when I'm getting sniped, like, constantly. Then I don't have nice things to say to anybody.
What about yesterday? We made it to top 3. And that dude just had an upper advantage on us. We would have taken the chicken dinner for sure.
Yeah, well, that was kind of out of my frame of mind because we typically tend to be a little more tactical in that regard. And
Well, we also tend to have Chad with us, which is always helpful because Chad's like kind of a level between you and I.
Oh, I know. He always knows where to mosey.
Chad just is like, I'm gonna run bait.
Yep, run a bait.
Combat from Atari. Okay, there we go. See, this is the advantage of having an old friend like Chad.
Wow.
He always tells me he's old. He always tells me I'm young because he's
different when he says it.
Yeah, well, for once I get to say it back to him.
I think it was literally just called Tank Wars, 1990.
Oh, yeah.
No.
It is.
Scorched Earth.
Scorched Earth, okay.
Scorched Earth. Oh, I used to play this game all the time with my brother.
Chad said because we all need a team killer.
Yeah, like, getting shot in the face in your time of need.
Yeah, not like Joe ever laid down. He's like, oh, I need to get picked up. And Chad would never take it and go, oh, poof, die. Not like that ever happened.
No, never. No, he never did it maliciously. He was always just like, oh, I didn't see your name. There was no name.
However, I can say that one person in our squad occasionally, when you accidentally wreck a motorcycle with it, might shoot you in the face with a shotgun. Not that ever happened to me, but it might have. Alex.
Nothing like quite getting run over by a car when you have a full loot of weapons and an 8X scope.
And then the person takes all your stuff?
Not using the 8X anymore, am I?
I'm dead. Literally.
Inside.
So, gaming, let's see. Why does everyone have an old friend named Chad? I just feel like Chad is just that dude that's like always, I feel like...
oh, they're drooling over your AVA PC in the squirrel nest.
Everyone has that old friend named Chad. It's just like, Chad's just that dude that's just like always like knows all these obscure facts and all that stuff. And, you know, you just always have one. You always have that dude.
I don't have an old friend named Chad. My brother had an old friend named Chad.
You have an old friend named... Never mind. I'm not going
to... No, I mean, but they refer to him as you, because I met Chad through you. So yes, Chad is my friend, but in reference to you and I, like he was your friend first, so I feel like it's proper to say your friend.
Hear that, Chad? You're my property, just saying.
No, I'm not. I'm just...
Yep, just saying. He just said it. It's verified. It's recorded.
I'm not good at these social things.
This lives forever.
I would really appreciate it if you stopped calling me out. It's really uncomfortable.
So Chris threw this out there, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Basically, he works at Blind Squirrel Games, and they're a dev house where they work.
And they refer to it as the squirrel's nest and not the crow's
So Chris said everyone's drooling over his new system at the squirrel's nest, so that's pretty sick.
Awesome.
That's awesome to hear, dude, because, you know, we hear from a lot of our customers, you know, we hear from a lot of people that we build systems for, but it's always cool to hear, you know, especially when someone who's so integral into the gaming environment and, you know, are really involved in developing the games that we like to play. And actually, he worked on Chris has worked with the team on probably ones you're very familiar with.
Yep. No, I'm sure.
Well, that's awesome.
Well, Chris, tell your team to enjoy all the eye candy of that killer machine.
And tell them if they want one, give us a call. We'll give them a good deal. We'll give you a Friendly Fun Times Blind Squirrel discount to get something cool.
Blind Squirrel discount exclusive to AVA.
So, talking about games, now that we showed that wonderful 10-second clip that I thought was like 2 minutes.
Can we show a 15-second clip this time?
No, because that means you'd run it 1.5 times. And that doesn't make sense. So, for those of you who don't know, War Thunder is a really popular game. Started off as a plane game, simulation-based, not like World of Warplanes where you fly planes on rails. This is a very realistic game. A lot of fun. Well, they decided to add a mode that you can do all kinds of cool stuff, including playing it just like Rocket League for some reason. Kevin Toff, check your phone, Shannon, Robb. I will check it after the live stream because I'm afraid to see what might be there.
Why?
Because
if
Kevin tells me to do it, I've got to. I feel like this is going to be either something highly inappropriate.
It's not like you have to show the camera your phone. Like, hey guys, look at this really inappropriate text message.
Kev, are you talking about what Chris sent me? Because if so, I'll talk to him shortly. As far as the other gaming stuff, we did get to live stream Battlefield 5 close alpha yesterday. We don't have an end date for when the alpha is finished. So depending on when it disables...
He just said it's the system.
What?
It's the system. That's all he said. It's our PC.
I have not seen a picture yet.
Yeah, dude.
What?
Yeah, you're like, I'll check later. It's our system. Wait, what is this? Huh? What? Huh?
No! It's not that. Stop it.
That's what he said.
No. He said Kevin Toft said it's the system. I don't know what that means. The AVA system. I understand it's the AVA system, Kev, but what about it? Like it's a picture of it? Because I haven't seen it if it is. Other than that, basically, it's like a Rocket League style mode for War Thunder, which I think is actually really cool, depending on how it's implemented. I'd be interested to see. Battlefield 5 closed alpha, depending on when it ends. We don't have a definitive date on when it ends, so basically, if it's still available next week, we might play it some with you guys, kind of show it off.
Sure.
We also do have the Crew 2 bundle, which, Joe, I haven't actually spoke to you about this.
Oh, great. Well, I'm glad that I'm hearing it now for the first time on air.
But we just received, before coming on here, our official codes for it. So we could potentially play this if Uplay decides not to fail at life, since that's what Crew's on.
So we're not playing it then?
Probably.
Okay,
but,
got it.
Otherwise, we might be able to play that next week as well, before Joe heads off to his happy, awesome fireworks explosion time.
I'm going to the woods.
With fireworks?
Mm.
That's how that causes forest fires, and that makes.
I'm gonna make bang bang.
That makes Smokey the Bear cry. Only you can prevent forest fires.
No, there's that meme that's like, kids, don't play with fireworks. Leave it to the adults that have been drinking all day. Yes, because America.
Ghost says, Crew 2, y'all better play it. Yeah, you know we will. As long as we can get the thing to work.
Maybe we can get some endorsed Logitech PC driving wheels.
For crew, that would actually be pretty legit to use some driving wheels for it. Well,
and we can build ourselves a PVC car and a seat.
Not in time to stream it. Our promo ends for getting Crew 2 free and like on the 3rd.
If you can dream if you can dream it, we can build it.
We could. I think I've used that tagline before, actually. I think with X299 launch, actually. We did, didn't I? Wow, crap.
Let's do the thing.
Chris took a selfie with his system. Hold on.
See, come on. Now we got to show this.
Oh, it just now came through, Kev. But it's downloading. Oh, I wonder if this will show up.
He's a shadowy figure, is he?
He's a shadowy man.
That does look ominous.
That looks crazy, sick, though.
That is. I want to see. Oh, see, that's sweet, man. Look at all the lights.
Look at all the NDA stuff in the background. Oh, Chris, you're fired.
Hey, sweet PC, bro, but you got to go.
Sweet PC, have fun at home with it.
Congratulations, Chris. I hope you enjoy it, man.
Oh, hell yeah. I think, and I'm looking forward to actually playing some PUBG with you, dude. That'll be awesome.
Yeah? I mean,
and now if we could just get Kevin into it, that would be another thing.
Well, I mean, Kevin's a smart man, because you remember, you asked me to play PUBG with you at least 4 or 5 times before I actually got it. Like, and no, dude, I'm not going to do that. Now I can't stop playing it now. Yeah. It's like, it's not even.
You told me something, you could not have something consume your life again.
Listen, and it's not a matter of me not stopping. It's every chance I get to play a video game, that's what it ends up being. When it used to be I would play single-player games, I'd get through the story, I would have, the enjoyment of playing a variety of games. I'm so backlogged on the games that I own, it's not even funny. I'm starting to kind of semi-get depressed as a grown adult that I'm not getting through my games because it's all PUBG. At least, if I play PUBG, Casey just, she loses me for however many hours it's out unless...
However many hours we suck you in?
Right. At least, when I've been playing King's Quest, she's been hearing, Christopher Lloyd's voice through the ceiling, or through the floors, because I'm playing in the basement. And that's somewhat entertaining. Now it's just me screaming things.
Yeah, well, the screaming things is definitely a thing when it comes to that, that's for sure. Because I know I've flipped... I almost said something wrong. I flipped out a few times... playing PUBG, especially when you get some rando that decides to just hacker mode on you.
No, dude, not if I get into a zone and people are like, "You okay, Joe?"
I'll tell you when as soon as you're ready, Brooke. Basically, we got. was able to send the picture over to Brooke so you guys can actually see the system we built along with Chris because we're going to show it on live stream. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, sorry, not sorry. So hope you planned for that. Wait, is it up?
And there it is, right there in the corner. Oh yeah.
Whoop. There we go.
Woo. Look at that sex.
Look at this awesome system right there. Oh, wait. No. Down.
That is
no.
Your hand can't go over it. It only goes
down
under.
There. Right down there.
It only goes under. Yeah, Kevin, you're lucky. Give it time. 3 more times, then you'll be like, all right, I'll try once.
Chris said that some Asus components IDs were responsible for giving him a message that said, your CD drive's not attached, which there's no CD drive on it. And he's like, not AVA's fault at all, just Windows. And he's like, now I've got to extract my Windows key
yeah.
from his old system.
Jelly Bean, man.
Yeah, Magic Jelly Bean is a great tool.
It's funny, too, because I had to get on the phone with Microsoft and have them help me with my COA key because I had a hardware change and it's all embedded in UEFI. And I was like, well, I gave them the key, and they're like, where did you get this key? And I'm like, well, I used it using a key extractor. There is no such key. I was like, ha ha, oh, silly Indian Microsoft man. There is no such tool.
Welcome to Microsoft. How may I help you?
Hello, my name is Jonathan. How may I help you?
My name is Pete.
I just want to hear one guy that's like...
We are about to go all over Reddit, and we're just going to die. People are going to be like, these guys imitated Microsoft employees.
Okay.
Racially.
But that's a fact, though. I didn't say anything negative.
I'm messing with you, dude.
I didn't say anything about Hajit turned Pete. I just imitated the voice. If they're not happy with it, don't use overseas support. Because by you complaining about it, clearly that's an admission that you're not thrilled with the fact that you're using 24/7 support overseas.
Ghost, that's racist.
That's racist!
Raycast.
That's Raycast!
That's Raycast!
That's Raycast! No, it's a
You're
fact.
far too Raycast for us.
If they were French, I would do the wee wee. Oh, like, If they were German, it's like, what do you want from me?
Schnitzel. Schnitzel.
Volkswagen.
Okay.
At least then they'd be screaming at me in support. They'd be telling me something like, please go ahead and click on your keyboard, or use your mouse to click on the desktop instead. Okay, sir, you got it.
What's funny is when you hear that, you would swear they were like pissed or something, but no, that's just how they talk.
No, they're just very intense.
I've
it was
been
like the same thing here. Like when I first got hired in 2008, and we had some lovely Russian men and women, and I would hear like how intense the conversations were, and I'd pull one of my coworkers aside and be like, they sound really angry. Oh no, they're just talking about what they want for lunch.
Wow. See, that's something. What's up, Nick?
Hi, Nick.
He goes. I was in a meeting in Japan once, and I don't know if you've ever experienced a true like Japanese meeting.
Yes. Not a meeting, but a conversation.
They start talking, and I'm like sitting there going like, and I look at the guy who's like my escort guy.
This is Shannon in the meeting room.
I'm seriously. I'm sitting here. Mind you, I am like 2 feet taller than everyone in this building, mind you. And so I'm sitting here at the table, and it was like the AT&T bars. It was like low service, Shannon, and then low service again. Well, they were all like screaming at each other, and I'm like, dear God, what? Like someone's about to kill somebody. And they're like, oh no, they were just welcoming us to the meeting, and I'm like,
what?
Okay, like this guy's like this guy's wife brought him lunch to work, and that was like some weird thing, and they're like, saying something. I'm like, dude, what did she do? He's like, oh no, he's just thanking her. And I'm like, and saying I love you, have a good day. And I'm like, I wanted to walk in like that when I got back to my wife and be like, hi, how are you doing? I missed you.
I had a great day. How are you?
That's how I feel it was happening. So Battlefield 5, we may play that depending on how it falls with the crew schedule, because both of them actually are supplied by our friends at NVIDIA. So they emailed us and they're like, hey, would you like to stream this? And I'm like, hell yes, we would.
Would you like to stream it?
And then I'm like, but what about Battlefield 5? They're like, we're not sure when it's landing either. And I'm like, oh, great. So we'll figure it out then. So we'll probably be like PUBG, BF5, crew.
PUBG, BF5, the crew.
Maybe I'll bring my SNES Classic here. We'll just have
NES Classic?
Well, no, I have the SNES one too.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, you do too. I know. And now we're both going to have NES Classics because awesome.
I feel really bad for my niece because she got one for her birthday and it looked like it was a legitimate one, but it's not. And so I looked it up and I'm like,
Ghost.
I'm like, how good is this? And everybody reported for this specific version. Everybody reported that like 75% of the games don't work.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Ghost says, I love you, my muse. I don't know which one you're talking to. Please clarify, because now I'm a little confused. If you love me, if you don't.
If you don't, open wide.
Yeah, if you don't, I'm dead.
Wow.
So, other gaming news. PUBG, I'm big surprise, but PUBG has dropped their copyright lawsuit against Epic's Fortnite because...
Why?
Because...
They were all gung-ho, and they were like, we're going to get this done.
Because they did help enable the Unreal Engine to support the large-scale gameplay that a Battleground-style game is.
So what you're saying is because they use their platform, they essentially own that intellectual property by right. So
we don't. The problem is we don't know. We can only speculate like what you're saying, and I think the same thing. The other side could be they literally settled it and was like, screw it, it's not even worth our time to engage this. We're making so much money because
I know what happened. Hey, if you let it slide that we're going to use your engine to continue to use a Battle Royale style gamer, we're going to give you our coding to help you make money by just selling microtransactions and subscriptions. How's that sound? Sounds great.
That would explain.
Where do we sign up?
That would explain some of the changes we've seen, like all the wonderful advertising. Because it's become advertising battlegrounds, or PlayerUnknown's advertising.
That's why it's funny. Anytime, like the first couple of times I got in the plane and I saw the banner, I like boxing announcered everything that was on that banner. People were like, "Shut up!" Just I'm like, but it's there. Like, that's essentially what they're doing.
Well, on the main screen, it's also like flipping. It's like just going through stuff. You speak like that to my wife? No, I don't love you guys. You're cool, but I ain't like that. Well,
I mean, bro love, bro. Bromance.
Broken heart. It's over. It's over. We used to love you, but
wow. So direct. AVA.
AVA doesn't love me anymore. No. I don't think anyone's really surprised by them dropping it because it's not even about them dropping it. It either got settled or it just went away because I think Epic has bigger things to worry about, like, their regular battle pass and adding shopping carts to their game. Because Fork Knife being a free game, they need to monetize the hell out of it. And from what I've seen, the average spend is like, I think they said it was either something like $80 per person for all those little add-on items that people have been buying.
I'm sorry, it's not you, it's me. That's what they all say. See, when it gets down to the 15th time of you hearing that, you're like, you start to wonder, is it me?
Joe, can you pull that on my back? I feel like I'll help you. You help me. Okay. Hold on. Oh, thanks.
I just put it in your front.
Here, Ghost. There you go. I can do this to you too.
My bleeding heart. It's all right. It's okay.
This is so broken at this point.
I'm battle hardened.
Ugh. I assume. We can only assume. We can only speculate at this point. All and right. We are running a little over. Sorry, guys. We'll be done here in about 5 minutes or so.
Hurry it up. Go. Slow speed. Fast forward. 2.5 speed. Go.
I feel like either they had a standard part of their ownership of their IP. That could have been part of it. Or they simply just said, you know what, we're going to settle out. GG, be done with it.
Or maybe they actually talked to somebody legal and they're like, actually, you have no ground to stand on. It would be humiliating if you continue to spend all the money and talk about this publicly for it to go nowhere. And they're like, we'll just retract.
Maybe that's why they did the battle pass. They were trying to fund their legal battle against Epic and no one bought into it. That would actually be the greatest story.
PUBG battle pass. Can kiss my white.
Oh boy, something else is being typed. What happened? Come on, you aim for between the C5 and C6. Wow, he's telling me exactly how to screw you up.
Wow.
That's cool stuff. Ghost does not like you, or maybe doesn't like me. I don't know. This is going to get real interesting.
The fact that you are saying these things just makes me feel like you're a liar.
All that wonderful love just got blown away. So, one more thing for gaming we want to talk about before we get to our just small AVA news updates and stuff like that.
You mean big AVA news updates? Big AVA news updates.
So, Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red, something we were really excited about.
What's happening?
I don't know if you heard, but I know some people probably have. The demo they have publicly stated was earlier than alpha. Full release could be years away, somewhere around 2020. 2019, 2020. So after all that hype where we're like, hell yes, this looks awesome. They literally went out and said during a recent press conference or some sort of event, they were like, I didn't make notes on the event, but they basically said that the full marketing budget said to be much larger than Witcher 3. Full release could be years away because they literally stopped some of their production on the game to polish the E3 demo to make it look awesome.
I mean, I got to give them credit for being upfront about it, and it wasn't like an Aliens Colonial Marines, or it wasn't, I don't know, that game with the dinosaurs, and they're not dinosaurs anymore. They're just like crippled polygons at 2 feet. In Jurassic Park, No Man's Land.
So what you're saying is No Man's Sky I shouldn't have bought.
No Man's Sky. No, you shouldn't have. I mean, I can't say that. When you get
but
really
then it's my Sky. If it's No Man's Sky and I buy it, it's now my Sky,
That is
right?
the implicable fact about gamers, that our passion does not wither. In the sense that when we get excited about a game, we pre-order it because we want to play it as soon as possible. But really what it ends up being is it's just like a gift-wrapped Christmas box, and you open up, it's a stinking pile of poop. And you're like, I thought this was going to be something fun. Like, it is fun. Play with it. But it smells funny. Just hold your nose. It's all right.
That sounds like what they told me when I went to Taiwan and they told me to try stinky tofu. And I'm like, that smells like crap. They're like, oh, it's really good. Just plug your nose. And I'm like, if I have to plug my nose, I'm not eating it. No.
Did you clarify whether you said stinky tofu or stinky tofu?
No, it's stinky tofu. And it smelled like hot, flaming dumpster fire.
Actually, if you cook tofu properly, you can mask it to be all different kinds of proteins, like chicken.
Yeah, but this is fermented tofu, dude.
What is it?
Fermented tofu. Fermented. It's like rotted, basically.
Fermented tofu?
Fermented. Like tofu.
Fermented.
Two fermented. I mean, wait.
Tofu mented.
Ghost, you're great. We're not great. We just live here.
You the real MVP.
You the real MVP. God.
Yeah.
I love it. Kev did exactly what I'm thinking right now, which is just facepalm. Hey, Ashley joined us. I wonder if she can talk yet, or if she's still like voice boxes. I got my wife sick, so I'm pretty sure that's going to be really awesome when I get home. And she's like, I hate you.
We don't want to know the details.
Well, you know, hey. Everyone, we speculate on this show, so that this is going right down the realm of our wheelhouse right here.
You're like, wow.
Hey, you know what? Don't hate on me because I'm beautiful, okay?
They hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because they ain't us? Oh, God damn it.
They hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because they ain't us?
They hate us because they ain't us.
For those of you that get that reference, I love you all. Other than that, basically Cyberpunk 2077, I was super stoked for, and now I'm kind of sad because by the time, I'll probably forget about it by the time it actually comes out.
Yeah, it's okay. Again, I have a library that's so backed up with titles that I haven't even touched.
You're so backed up, you haven't even, oh, never mind. We're just going to continue on our little news report here. Hey, Ashley said hi.
What was that?
Today on CNN, we're going to lie about everything political. Oh, wait, no, we shouldn't do that.
Wait, what? Fake news.
No, still sick. No, still sick. Well, we didn't ask you if you were high. She just said, we said hi.
Can we soundbite Shannon's silent laugh so I can do some fun stuff with that?
It sounded like Muttley, dude. It's like,
No, what I would actually end up doing is taking it and then applying it to like a clip of like a broken down car just wheeling down the street.
Please do that. Someone clip my stupid laugh, apparently, because before, when I was working with Kevin actually pulled up Muttley when I would laugh, and he pulled up the thing where he's like, and he would put that when I would laugh about something. Some AVA news. Crew 2 is finally here for us. It was here for you guys to be able to get a code for. But now we're actually going to be able to play it with you guys.
Join the crew for a limited time.
I'm not sure if we're going to be able to play it with you guys, or at least be able to play it and you guys can see it.
See America, own America.
I'm actually going to bring my Xbox controller because I found out from a friend of mine that apparently racing games with a keyboard, according to Cheese, Joe, he said that playing on a keyboard is a horrible idea because basically it's full lock steering or no steering.
You're saying that like you've legit been playing racing games on a keyboard this entire time.
I have. I played my whole life on keyboard. Racing games and everything. She replied with a big eye face. But hey,
I've been playing The Sims with an Xbox controller, man. It's real challenging.
Ashley, I will tell you one thing though. I can talk.
Wow. So where's that gif of Shannon dancing in a grave again? Because
I'm just digging. Oh, there we go. I'm just digging my grave again.
There
cool.
It goes.
There we go.
Shannon must think it's really nice out for this evening because he's going to be sleeping outside.
This is what I do. Hey, how do you think I get time to go play PUBG?
Outside?
I just piss her off until she tells me to go away.
Yeah.
There you go.
I just usually wake up and like breakfast is made for like all the girls and I just have nothing. I'm like, oh, you made breakfast. There's Pop-Tarts over there.
I have Pop-Tarts on my desk. Leave me alone.
Yeah, but you're okay with eating them without putting them in a toaster.
Yeah, because that's gross. I don't like hot Pop-Tarts. Who eats Pop-Tarts out of a toaster except you and Ashley, apparently?
I know, I don't.
Oh, okay.
That was what I was telling you. Like, you were told that you were gross for eating raw Pop-Tarts. There's another way to eat Pop-Tarts?
Does anyone else on this stream, do any of you feel like heating up a Pop-Tart like makes it better? Brooke, Shannon, do you guys think you guys ever eat Pop-Tarts?
It depends on the Pop-Tart, though.
Heated, yes. Yeah, I like heated.
It depends on the Pop-Tart.
Maybe it's a girl thing.
It's just my preference.
Wow, so now you're digging 3 graves.
My desk is going to be on fire when I get back there. That's awesome.
Yeah,
my office.
Get 3 of those across the screen. Is that
possible? Oh, that's great. Yeah, Casey's going to change a lock on my office. So I'm going to go back there. I'm not going to be able to get in. I'm like, oh, great.
She's going to pull out your lock and key and just replace it with like smashed in Pop-Tarts.
Great. Certain flavors are better warmed up. I only eat like one flavor of them. There we go.
See, I agree. Yeah, I agree with Jed. Certain are better warmed up. Like the brown sugar, great warmed up. The s'mores, great warmed up. Strawberry, blueberry. When was the last time?
S'mores.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
s'mores is better cold. Okay, you're broken too. Never mind.
No, but when was the last time you just shoved a bunch of strawberries in the microwave and you're like, ah?
I've never shoved strawberries in a microwave.
My point. So I heat up a strawberry Pop-Tart.
Why would you have you put strawberries in a microwave?
No.
So how do you know it's not good? You're just assuming now.
Because I can just, cognitive memory dictates the taste of strawberry.
Cognitive memory? You mean deduction? I think I just broke Joe. I'm sorry, Alex.
Why?
Joe just blue screened.
Here, let me air dump real quick.
Hey! Get away from me. God. Okay, so we're probably going to be playing Crew next week, depending on, and I'll bring like an Xbox controller or two so that we can actually play it intuitively versus my broken way of using a keyboard.
Does the Crew 2 support VR?
Crew 2! I don't know.
Crew 2, VR, you!
We can try it. What's the worst that'll happen? We'll go to stream it and it'll be all broken and we'll be sorry, folks.
Just throw open the headset and then set it down.
Well, good. You get to test that then, because I don't feel like getting motion sickness. Because
What?
you remember my Oculus experience? That was good times.
No, seriously.
That laugh, though.
Seriously.
Thanks, Ghost.
See what I want to do? I want to live stream me playing Paranormal Activity in VR. Because I know that's a jump scare game that's going to make me scream like a sissy girl. And that's going to be something that I think is
Scream like a
worth
sissy
recording.
girl. I am not a big fan of jump scare games. I mean,
love
Resident Evil killed me. Like,
I love
the very first Resident Evil, because I was really young. Like, I guess kind of really young. An original PlayStation.
Did it kill you because you got to the big spider part?
Oh, no, that part was far worse. I was ready to die at that point. But the first thing you walk into is that damn hallway with the, like, dogs.
No, that's not the first one.
They jump through the window.
No, that's after you go to the left and then you find the blood on the floor and then you go and you find the zombie.
You're talking 10, 15 minutes into the game.
Yes.
Like, it's really early in the game, and they jump through that door, and I was playing it in the dark because everyone told me that was a great way to do it. So, yeah, that was a horrible life choice.
So I told Casey to play Bioshock, and then she was like, can you take these Logitech speakers away? I'm like, why? Are they broken? She's like, no, it's scaring the hell out of me. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, really? She's like, I'll just be walking, and I'll hear, like, footsteps behind me and things breaking, and I'm like,
Nope. I love Bioshock, but no, that's
That
not
is
what
amazing.
I can't play with speakers. I played at Chad's house with speakers. Bad life choice because
So
things scare the hell out of
What do
me.
you jack the PC into the back of your head?
I put headphones on.
Oh, okay.
I can't play on speakers though with like a big subwoofer. 'Cause every time like a grenade goes off near me with PUBG, I
Layers
almost fall
of
backward.
fear, yes, because I will need layers of pants after I'm done playing it.
Play Layers of Fear. No, yeah, you play that sitting on the toilet so that you don't crap your pants when something scares you.
No, just flush immediately.
Okay. Real quick, guys, a few other ones, things we've already mentioned previously, but Far Cry 5 bundle, it's been extended. It's running for a bit. RX Vega and RX 580 based AVADirect systems. So
Can't wait to get my Far Cry.
Far Cry 5 is an awesome game. What's up?
One more day.
Yeah, we have one more day.
Hurry up, get your orders in.
If you
Get
want
your
Far,
orders in to
if
get
you
your
want,
Far Cry.
if you want Far Cry 5, an RX Vega, RX 580 based AVADirect system will qualify for it. You have 1 day left.
Uno.
Ashley said she would play that. So you like scary games? Because that's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to set her
Yeah,
up
it's
with
got a
some
point.
stuff.
You can just wear brown pants.
He's making a Deadpool quote now.
How are you gonna mask the smell? Oh, see, Ghost said the same thing. They both said the same thing. You guys should meet.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys would get along well. You guys, Ghost, it sounds like you'd be able to join us and play some games and probably have some fun with us, bud.
Yep, for sure. Hit us up.
By the way, we already started a Discord. We will be putting it out there in our communities pretty soon as we establish some of our gaming streams so that when you guys want to join us to play, you can. Just hang tight, guys. Other than that, we have the Intel Gaming Bundle, and I hope I'm not announcing ones that are already dead because I forgot to put the end date on it.
And then we have the Intel VR bundle.
And the Intel VR Bundle, we've went through those 100 times, so please, guys, take a look at these things.
While supplies last, we're getting low.
Yeah, we are getting low on some of these things, so...
Can't guarantee you a spot. Can't pull any more strings when there's no more strings to pull.
Ghost, you're watching the right stream because we happen to make PCs. So all we got to do is just set you up with something. Call this guy Joe here. He can help figure out, depending on your budget and what your needs are, we can figure out what we're going to build for you to make you a real killer machine that's going to be able to knock out some cool gaming and be able to play with us. Otherwise, guys, thank you for joining us. Please don't forget, we are taking a small break next week due to the fact that we have a lot of people spend time with their families. We don't want to tell them no, they can't have vacation just to watch our live stream. So we figure you guys can bear with us, and maybe we'll have some game live streams like during the normal time. I'll just sit down or one of us will sit down and play some games with you, minus Joe.
Maybe we'll do micro live streams.
Micro live streams.
Micro live streams.
So you're talking like I'll start it and go, hey, and then stop it, and start
sure.
again and go,
All
welcome,
right.
stop.
Joe here, and then that's it.
I think we got to do that.
Okay.
We're going to have to do that.
There's me in the woods. I'm gaming. That's it.
Hey, guys, I'm going to play this game. Off.
Let's see what happens when I plug this piece of hair into this tree trunk. The end.
Well, that's pretty much where you're going to be because you're going to be out in the woods. So
Yep.
Joe's going to be out sleeping with some bears.
Bum Egypt.
What?
I can't say the other portion of it.
Oh, Fark? Yeah. It's not Far Cry, but guys, we've had enough fun giving you guys a hard time and doing all these fun things with you. We enjoy your company. We thank you for your questions and your comments.
Thanks for joining us, as always, ladies and gentlemen.
And remember, almost every Friday, whenever possible, unless we got these weird things that seem to be happening, like holidays that happen and people on vacation. Otherwise, We are going to be joining you every week here on Friday. And don't forget, we're going to start live streaming as much as possible on Thursdays and possibly other days to add. We'll be doing VR live streams as soon as we have it set up. Otherwise, we'll be doing regular live streams like we did yesterday. And figure next week, early next week, like Monday, Tuesday-ish, if we can get it all set up and working, we will be doing Crew 2. And if BF5 beta is still up, we'll do that. Maybe some PUBG. And who knows, if you guys let us know a game you want to see us play and we happen to have it or we can get it, we will definitely do that as well. If you want to see some retro games, we've discussed that. We might even do that kind of stuff. Let us know what you want to see, and be sure to join us next week. Otherwise, this is Shannon.
I'm Joe.
From AVADirect, and we're going to sign off here. And you guys have a great weekend and a great holiday if we don't talk to you on a live stream before then.
Safe and happy 4th, guys.
Don't light yourself on fire.
Nope. Unless it's for entertainment.
If it's for entertainment, make sure to link us to a
But
video.
not for entertainment. Don't do it.
Clip it.
Nope. Don't do it.
Or like you said.
Legally, don't do it.
And we're off.